I figured out another way we could beat this because New York is wanting to allow, or New York City is wanting to allow non-residents voters to vote in their city elections. If they do that, then I think all conservatives should apply for a PO box in New York. And well, you don't have to be a resident.
Just show up for election day.
Just show up for election day. So I think we just all show up for election day and vote party line Republican and then leave.
Turn New York Republican.
Yeah, fuck them if they can't take a joke. That was my father's favorite. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Somewhere deep in the Ozark woods lurks the two people everyone tries to avoid the most. If you're not careful, they may find you before you find them.
Okay, we're recording. Yes, we're back. Welcome to Adventures in Ice Capades. We got 10 videos edited and loaded. 10 little shorts. Grandpa's dirty shorts off the floor. So we'll be loading about 10 a day for the next week because we've got like 60 of them bad boys. And then and that gives us about a week to learn how to edit the long stuff down because we've got at least 40 hours of video. Seriously, we've got 40 hours of video to edit down to whatever our maximum we can load. We have to look and see our maximum time we can load. We may have a whole buttload of 3-minute videos. I don't know. It can't be as bad as TikTok. TikTok, you're only allowed 60 seconds or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, was there something else?
Nope.
Wasn't anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So anyway, we are watching Black Conservative. Oh, it is the December 17th, 2021. What day is this? Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
This is Friday. Oh, I know what I want. We want to see if Drakers can give us a couple hours over the weekend and get this table cut and moved. You said you didn't want it started unless it could be completed in one job. Well, he's got the saw and the drill and so let's see. Okay, anyway, well, we're watching Black Conservative Perspective. Here's the info if we have to have it. The hell went on here? There we go. Okay, anyway, there's the info. And this is about 4 people arrested trying to eat at Applebee's while protesting Bill de Blasio's vax mandate. Now, he's only going to be in office until the first of the year. He's up. He was.
Yeah, he's doing and leaving it for the next guy.
But I'm going to take it that the next guy is going to be a Democrat too. The state didn't turn Republican all of a sudden, bam. But I'm wondering if the next guy, if he's just setting it up so the next guy is just going to say, hey, I didn't do it, and right now I don't see the need to stop it. You know, it's harder to take something back once it gets started. So I'm wondering if he convened with this guy or gal, I don't know, and anyway, I figured out another way we could beat this because New York is wanting to allow, or New York City is wanting to allow non-residents voters to vote in their city elections. If they do that, then I think all conservatives should apply for a PO box in New York. And well, you don't have to be a resident.
Just show up for election day.
Just show up for election day. So I think we just all show up for election day and vote party line Republican and then leave.
Turn New York Republican.
Yeah, fuck them if they can't take a joke. That was my father's favorite. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Or his other one was somebody do something even if it's wrong. Or worthless as tits on a boar. But,
Holy pop.
yeah, but that was one of his. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Holy pop.
Anyway, okay, so let's start watching this. Where are we at?
All right, guys, so we got to talk about some things going on in New York City as there's still anti-mandate protests going on. And, I mean, really, they ratcheted up because of Mayor Bill de Blasio really kind of stepping it up in regards to his vaccine mandate, as he has extended it to private sector workers. This is not just for adults, it's also for children as well, right? To go into places that include indoor dining, fitness, entertainment, etc. if you're age 5 to 11. And it also requires New Yorkers age 12 and up to have 2 doses of the vaccine instead of 1. Now, this is like a first of its kind type of mandate. Probably wanted to.
Does he have background music going now?
Probably. He probably does.
Have I just now noticed that, or did he just now add that? I don't remember there being background music before. What, did you?
No.
Did you just now notice background music?
No.
Okay, listen.
I wasn't listening for the background.
Well, but I mean with...
Since I wasn't paying attention to
Okay, but listen.
The strictest, most expansive in the country. So that's kind of why I think that we're.
So I am hearing music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I just...
You're not crazy.
Okay. Well, no, we're not. That's not definitive proof that I'm not crazy. I mean, there's still a few questions to be answered, but I'm not. Well, okay.
You ain't certified.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not having auditory hallucinations.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
We're seeing kind of uptick in these protests, even though they've kind of been going on for a while here. But let's read a little bit about this mandate real quick, and then we'll get back to the real story here, which is the fact that people got arrested over the last few days trying to eat at restaurants because they were unvaccinated. So let's read here. Mayor Bill de Blasio today announced major expansions to the Key to New York City program, the first in nation vaccination mandate for workers and customers at indoor dining, fitness, entertainment, and performance venues. Starting December 14th, the program will require children aged 5 to 11 to show proof of 1 vaccination dose for those venues. Starting December 27th, New Yorkers aged 12 and older will be required to show proof of 2 vaccine doses instead of 1, except for those who have received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The mayor also announced a first...
If you cannot enter a public building without a vaccination card, how can they take you to jail? The jail's a public building, and they don't have isolation wards. So if
I
you...
don't know. They might. Some do.
But I'm saying, if by law you cannot enter a public building without a vaccination card, then how can they arrest you and take you to jail if you don't have a vaccination card? You can't go in that building.
Okay, but they didn't say. Okay, they're being specific about the dining in, like.
Those are private. Those are private. They already passed the originally
Oh,
all
okay.
public bill. I just thought
forgot.
about this. These are private buildings.
I forgot.
So, but no, I just dawned on me, they are public building. How can they take you to jail? You're forcing you to
Oh,
break the
so
law.
this is what's getting me. This is getting me.
What?
You're taking people to jail for not being vaccinated and entering these public and
Yeah,
private
private.
things. But these, I don't even know what to call them.
Oh, what?
These mass robberies. These people aren't going to jail at all.
Oh, the shoplifters and the
Yeah.
rioters and the cops are out there too busy looking for people with their little cards. They're doing their Nazi search checkpoints.
How is that okay? How is that okay? You can send the thing about
Like I said, it's
nothing.
just
Actually committing a fucking crime.
yeah, and shooting people. But see, the people without the vaccine cards, that's a safe arrest. These are non-violent criminals generally.
They're not even criminals.
Well, and
This is just a man that you give me an actual law.
what happened to the prosecutors that said that they were not going to prosecute non-violent criminals? You know, and even felonious theft if it's less than
$950.
well, that was 250, I think, in New York. 950 was California, but one of the other states was like 250 or something. They said that they weren't, but they'll arrest you and do all the book work and
send you home.
And send you. I would. I don't know. I think I would have to do a serious think about what if you just got like 1,000 people and did one of those flash mob things, unvaccinated people. We're going to do a flash.
Like a flash mob.
Yeah, but we need
people.
but need like but you must not. Or don't bring your card, or whatever. But, if you want to be vaccinated, but this is a vaccine protest, so we prefer the unvaccinated or people that refuse to get the card, whatever. And just do a flash mob, show up someplace and overwhelm them, and then just do the whole bar crawl or something. But I mean, yeah, just that's how the other side does it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But instead of doing a smash and grab, this would really be cool. Instead of a smash and grab, let's see. No, because this is a thought process. Okay, instead of the boycott, they did the boycott. Everybody go buy, like with that food place. Everybody go buy one can. So they it just basically they told everybody else, fuck you. You can do the boycott and not spend your money, but we'll support them by spending ours. So these smash and grab things, it would be really cool. And if I had the money, I would do this, is I would get a bunch of people and everybody take one brand new item and take it into the store. No matter what it is, no matter how small an item it is, if everybody that had a caring heart would take and go buy one brand new item sealed in a container, safe, and then take it to one of these places and put it on the shelf. The people would have something to sell that did not cost them anything. It would be 100% profit.
That'd be for small businesses.
Yeah.
Like the mom and pop stores.
Or just buy, or buy like a case of water, case of flavored water or something, and take it in there and let them resell it at 3 times the value. Like a bottle of water for $1, they sell it for $3, and then everybody go in there. Here, I'll buy it for $3. That's what we need to do. But anyway, huh? All right. Anyway, let's get back to this.
And the nation vaccine mandate for private sector workers. The mandate will take effect on December 27th, will apply to roughly 184,000 businesses. Finally, the mayor announced 5 to 11-year-old children will be required to get vaccinated to participate in high-risk extracurricular activities. These activities include sports, band, orchestra, and dance. This requirement for the initial vaccine dose will take effect on December 14th. Yeah, so this dude's going full-blown authoritarian, right? And that's an interesting new move for de Blasio to make, considering that he's leaving office and Mayor-elect Eric Adams is coming in. And that's an issue that he's going to have to deal with. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what Eric Adams does. But as of right now, we're talking about 4 people who were arrested at a New York City's Applebee's during a protest of de Blasio's vaccine mandate, which requires proof of vaccination to dine in. There's some crazy videos online of this that we're going to look at. But let's read here. 4 people protesting New York City's COVID-19 vaccine restaurant mandate were arrested at an Applebee's in Queens, according to police. Independent photographer Leroy Johnson captured the arrest on video while following the group around the city on Wednesday night. In one of Johnson's videos, multiple members of the NYPD could be seen restraining several protesters while a group of people still gathered in the Applebee's chanted "No more mandates." All right, so let's watch this video here.
Fucking charger. No, man. I'm on my life. This is my last time. Oh, 9 a.m. Oh, yeah, of course you're not trying to hurt me. You just arrested me. You're not trying to hurt me. You're all smack down in the school system. Can't work. Can't eat. And I and this is what you guys do to yourself. This is unfair. Yeah, don't put it on the guy. And you guys are busting me over this fucking.
Hey, if they're supposed to go along with what you're supposed to believe, what if she just started yelling rape? BDSM, rape, and they're supposed to believe the woman when she accuses it. No matter what the evidence. Huh? Detrimental to what? Well, I'm just saying, I understand that, but going by the other side, you just got to believe, so I'm just saying. And then all the people that are on her side go, yeah, we sat there and watched these guys come in there and handcuffed her. It looked like they were getting pretty rough and serious with her, had her on the floor, and we didn't know what to do. So we filmed it.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You guys, what happened to the Constitution? What happened to free?
Already. All right, told you what they come up there and want me to check me my card. I go, yeah. So, I'm sure I got it somewhere here.
No, dude.
You've been vaccinated? No, I ain't been vaccinated. I've had COVID 3 times now. I just can't seem to get rid of this shit. Myself really coughing.
Yeah, so that's sad, right? I mean, I think it's really sad to see, the police having to do this to citizens, right? People who aren't really committing a real crime, having to arrest them and escort them out of this restaurant because of this mandate, right? And this is the type of divisiveness that this mandate has brought to this country. It really has. And it's not something that we're talking about enough in a country that's already divided by, race, gender, sexuality, all types of things. Now we're being divided by whether or not you're vaccinated for this one specific virus, right? And it's really a shame that, law enforcement has to, do this because, I mean, this is their jobs. And a lot of people are upset that law enforcement has to capitulate to this stuff. But I mean, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, it's one of those things where it's not easy, right? It's not an easy thing. So let's read a little bit more here. Other videos posted by Johnson on Wednesday show a group of anti-mandate protesters crowding around NYPD after the Applebee's arrest, chanting, "Shame on you." Yeah. So again, it's just not a good sight. An NYPD spokesman told Insider that 4 people were taken into custody following the protest. You know, and it's funny because now I think about it, it's like New York City. This is the same city that let BLM and Antifa tear up the city all last year. Okay, and they didn't really use the police like that against them. For the most part, they just kind of let them do it. And then the people that actually were charged, they dropped a lot of the charges. They said, we're not going to prosecute these people. Right? It seems to me that, you know, the police, you know, are being used against people who are not necessarily being violent. But when it comes to people who are violent, you know, it's a hands-off approach. Right? I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about what this country has been through over the last 2 years. Right? It's kind of crazy. Applebee's did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Insider. The Applebee's protest came a day after 6 people were arrested at a cheesecake factory located in the same mall as the Applebee's on Tuesday night. The group was asked to show proof of vaccination as required by New York's vaccine mandate rules, but refused. Johnson told insiders that the group of anti-vaccine protesters visited several dining establishments at the Queens Center Mall on Wednesday. They staged a small protest outside the Queens Center Mall Cheesecake Factory, where the 6 were arrested the previous night before ending up at the Applebee's. Video circulating on
So they are doing like a protest crawl, but they just don't have enough people. Yeah.
Twitter showed what appeared to be a similar group of protesters gathered at a Shake Shack at the same mall, refusing to show their vaccination cards and swarming the dine-in section. All right, let's see this.
This is for our vaccine cards, and we did not show them our vaccine cards, and we just went under the table and we found it, just rushed it and just sat down.
Employee experience is about how you make your workforce.
Well, this burger's mad good, yo. I'm not gonna lie, it's mad good.
Yeah. So apparently the police are outside. According to a flyer circulating on Twitter, the group intended to protest at the Cheesecake Factory location and police precinct on Wednesday night, though it is unclear if they made it to police outposts in Queens. Okay, and this apparently is the flyer. What do you want, cheesecake? What do you want now? Okay, this is what they're doing. New York City currently requires people to show proof of vaccination against COVID-19 in order to patronize dining establishments, gyms, indoor businesses. The enforcement of mask mandates and the checking of vaccine cards, however, has been largely left to the discretion of retail and hospitality workers. All right, so here's the thing, man. I think this is wrong, right? I think this is tyrannical. I think that, you know, it is sad that politicians like Bill de Blasio have turned the police against citizens, right? Citizens who are not committing violent crimes or doing anything like that, who are simply just trying to eat at a restaurant, who are just trying to live their lives, not being segregated from society over, you know, a medical procedure. Okay, I really do think this is so wrong, right? It's so wrong and it's so messed up, right? And it's sad to see how far these blue states have really fallen. Okay, they really don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about freedom. They don't care about any of that stuff. Right? It's kind of crazy. So, you know, I really do feel for these people, right? I do feel for people who are discriminated against like this overtly. You know, and it's funny to me how the people that are supposed to be against discrimination are the main people that's silent on this issue. They're cool with discrimination, you know, if they like it. But, you know, if it's something that they don't like or, you know, allegedly discrimination, things that really don't exist as much as they claim to do, oh, they're against it. Again, these are the people that's against so-called systemic racism, right? Systemic discrimination. When you have an example of flat out systemic discrimination right in front of you, silence, right? Crickets. Ain't got nothing to say about it. I find it fascinating. Look, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm just like, you know, a lot of these people that are living in these liberal cities, right? Like New York, for example, that's dealing with a whole bunch of crime, by the way, right? And for whatever reason, again, they are using their police for stuff like this. However, you know, again, crime is kind of out of control there. Why live in these places? If I was one of these people, man, you know, and it was this important to me, I would be making plans just to move to another part of the country that, you know, is going to be more in line with the things that, you know, you value, right? If you value freedom, then you might want to move to a part of the country that values freedom as well. Because again, I mean, New York, I mean, this is just kind of what they do. Okay. San Francisco, it's just kind of what they do. LA, it's just kind of what they do. California, it's just kind of what they do. I mean, this is what their people voted for to a certain extent. And I'm just saying this because the more time passes, the more I pay attention to politics, I listen to, the more I think that the solution.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean, that's just what they voted for. Let them have it. And like I said, the people that don't want to live there, move out. Move someplace else. There's a lot of other states, as long as you don't bring your stupid with you, there's a lot of other states that would love to have you come there. Kansas, they got a lot of towns that will give you a free house. You just got to move there, fix the house up and live there, and they give it to you. I mean, it's just, yeah, come here. So yeah, there ought to have we ought to set up a website. Do you want to leave New York? And then we go, do you want people moving in? Here, get together. Like a dating service. But it's a relocation service.